Have you ever walked into an antique shop, seen a dusty old lamp with a $5,000 price tag, and just kept on walking? Well, what if right next to that price, you saw it crossed out and a new price written? $500? Suddenly, that lamp looks a lot more interesting, right? You might even feel like you've stumbled upon the deal of a lifetime. But what if I told you that lamp was actually only worth about $100? This, my friends, is a masterclass in psychological pricing, a little trick called the anchoring effect. It's a powerful tool that many negotiators, salespeople, and yes, clever antique shop owners use to make you feel like you're getting an incredible bargain. So, how does this work? It all boils down to a cognitive bias we all have. The very first piece of information we receive about a topic, in this case, a price, becomes our anchor. Our brain latches on to that initial number, and every subsequent piece of information is judged in relation to it. That first, ridiculously high price of $5,000 isn't there to be taken seriously. Its real job is to plant a seed in your mind, to establish a high-value reference point for that lamp. It sets the stage for the big reveal. When you see that price slashed down to $500, your brain doesn't immediately compare the new price to the lamp's true, objective value. No, it compares it to the anchor. And compared to $5,000, $500 feels like an absolute steal. It's a 90% discount. Your mind instantly calculates the difference and tells you that you're saving $4,500. That feeling of saving money can be incredibly persuasive. Far more than the actual act of spending $500. It triggers a sense of urgency and excitement. You feel smart, like you've outsmarted the system and found a hidden treasure that everyone else overlooked. The shop owner knows this. They understand that the emotional high you get from believing you're getting a massive deal is often more powerful than rational thought. You're not just buying a lamp anymore. You're capturing a victory. You're stealing it in a way. This feeling of a win can easily overshadow the actual cost. You walk out of the store with your $100 lamp, feeling triumphant because you only paid $500 for what you believe was a $5,000 item. You feel like you got away with something, and you'll probably tell all your friends about the amazing deal you found. This isn't just limited to antique shops. You see the anchoring effect everywhere. From real estate listings to car dealerships and even restaurant menus. Ever notice how the most expensive bottle of wine is listed right at the top? It's not because they expect to sell a lot of it. It's to make the second or third most expensive bottle seem reasonably priced in comparison. It's the same principle. A realtor might show you an overpriced house first, knowing that the next, more reasonably priced house will look like a fantastic deal afterward. So how can you protect yourself from falling for this? The key is awareness. The next time you see a huge discount, take a moment to pause. Consciously ignore that initial high price. Ask yourself, forgetting the original price, is this item worth the new price to me? Would I be happy to pay this amount if I had never seen the higher number? Do a little independent research if you can. A quick search on your phone can often give you a much more realistic idea of an item's actual market value. By creating your own anchor based on real data, you can break free from the one the seller has set for you. For example, let's go back to our lamp. If you take a moment to look up similar lamps online, you might discover they consistently sell for around $100 to $150. Suddenly, that $500 deal doesn't look so hot anymore. In fact, it looks like a significant overpayment. You've replaced the seller's artificial anchor with a realistic one. Now you can negotiate from a position of power, not from a manufactured sense of urgency. You could even offer the shop owner the real market value of $100. They might not take it, but at least you're making an informed decision based on facts, not emotions. Understanding the anchoring effect doesn't mean you can never get a good deal. It just means you become a smarter, more discerning shopper. It empowers you to see past the marketing tricks and focus on the true value of what you be buying. It's about shifting your mindset from how much am I saving to how much is this actually worth. It's a simple change, but it can save you a lot of money and prevent that dreaded buyer's remorse when you get home and realize the steal you got wasn't a steal at all. This psychological principle is a fundamental part of negotiation strategy. In any negotiation, the person who makes the first offer often has the advantage because they get to set the anchor. If they start with a high number, the entire conversation will revolve around that figure. Even if you negotiate them down significantly, you might still end up paying more than you would have if a lower initial anchor had been set. That's why experienced negotiators often try to be the first to put a number on the table. Think about salary negotiations. If a company asks for your salary expectation first, and you give a number that's lower than what they were prepared to offer, you've just anchored the negotiation in their favor. Conversely, if you state a well-researched, confident, and slightly ambitious number first, you set a high anchor that frames the rest of the discussion. Even if they negotiate you down, you're likely to end up with a better final offer than if you had let them start the bidding. The antique price tag is more than just a clever sales tactic. It's a window into the predictable and often irrational ways our brains work. It's a reminder that our perception of value is highly malleable and can be influenced by something as simple as a number written on a tag. By understanding these psychological biases, we can not only become better consumers, but also better decision makers in all aspects of our lives. It's about recognizing the game so you can choose how you want to play it. So the next time you're out shopping and see an outrageous price crossed out, smile to yourself. You know the secret. You know the power of the anchor, and you can choose to either sail with it or drop your own. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this look into the psychology of pricing interesting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you understand the world a little better. Let me know in the comments if you've ever encountered the anchoring effect while shopping. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, stay curious and shop smart.